Gabriel set the ball screen. Jones in the lane, contact goes up, a strong finish.
Yeah, big basket there from Jones. Absorbed the contact, finished well.
Well, the confidence of Puerto Rico, they've done something they haven't done since the first half, which is tie the game up. Sudan don't want to commit a foul hit, don't want to send Puerto Rico to the free throw line. Waters down the middle, Waters all the way, Waters gets fouled. He is so tough at breaking down the defenders.
And I like the adjustment that Coach Colon's made over the last minutes. You see Waters getting off the ball early so that he can get it back later in the clock and then make his play. You know, before that, they really were having him bringing the ball up and then going directly into the middle pick and roll. So it's a way for him to rest a little bit, also be a scoring threat as a perimeter shooter.
Well, big free throws coming up for Tremont Waters.
Shooting 2 free throws.
Former NBA player playing in Puerto Rico. That was once coached by the great Phil Jackson, the Sen master. Makes the first one. He's a very elite man right now, Coach Colon. But again, the South Sudanese players marching off from the bench.
Will we see that same play again with that pin down for the guard-to-guard action, trying to get Carly Jones downhill?
Goes for the second free throw, missed it. Well, could that come back to haunt them? South Sudan will get it back, leading by 1 point. He's been their key go-to player. Jones down. Goes with another teardrop, and again, Conley just with the putback, and the foul is going to be called. So 2 free throws coming up for Wenya Gabriel. The shots that Jones has taken so far. That one looked like he was going in, but just took a bit of an unfortunate drop, I guess.
Well, you know, same play again with that guard-to-guard screen, and he draws so much attention there from the big that Gabriel able to slip in there for the offensive rebound.
Well, big free throws coming up for Wenya Gabriel. South Sudan currently 8-12 from the free throw line. Slightly better than Puerto Rico, who are 7-12, but again, free throws could be crucial. Now is the time. Missed the first one. The thing now for Puerto Rico, it's their last team foul to give, so any more times that they foul South Sudan, they'll also go to the free throw line. But he's got to make this one. Missed it both. Well, Puerto Rico now with the chance to retake the lead, something they haven't done since the first quarter. 1:20 to go. 14 times they featured in the FIBA World Cup. 10 consecutive times they qualified. Protecting their history against a team who's debuting. Waters down the middle. Waters kicks out, turns it over. Now Jones, wide open layup, and he's going to finish this one with no problem. Now it's a 3-point lead. And Nelson Colon's going to call timeout as his plays. They had the opportunity time and time again here in the second half, Coach, but they just can't get over the final hurdle.
Yeah, no, that's a huge play. Really good defense there from Amat. First on the heads, then trapping that second pick and roll. And again, you see Waters getting downhill and trying to distribute. It's hard at his size when he gets that deep to find guys to drop to.
Well, it could be a monumental moment for these two teams, but let's go listen now to Nelson Colon.
Cortina aquí, para que él avance, se la das aquí, y tú, o hand off, o fight, in front of Howard. You receive, Jordan, Howard va a hacer un fight, you receive, and he coming. You go with him, o Ismael stick. Avanzamos. Dice, Howard, Remo, Ismael y George, Iverson, listen. Iverson, hand off, George, hand off con Tremo, Flash, and Howard. Yeah, hand off,
Well, It's now or never here for South Sudan and Puerto Rico. Time and time again, South Sudan just making more and more expectations for themselves because that's just how great a team they are. But Puerto Rico, you know, you have to feel for this team. They just get back so close and close, but they just can't, as I said, I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record. They just can't take the lead.
Yeah, you know, that turnover really was a tough one. They have, I mean, credit to South Sudan. They came up with the big stop when they need them. Expect Waters here involved in whatever action they've got.
Out in the backcourt, Robert Jamal Waters, Sunday Detch. Trying to keep Waters away from this one. They get the switch on defense. Deep three is up. Romero comes up with it. Romero goes quickly right back up. Now it's a one-point ball game.
And Puerto Rico's going to play this straight up, so South Sudan definitely is going to need to execute here.
If they miss here, Puerto Rico would get a chance to win this one. Henry Jones taking his time now. Pick and roll with Gabriel. Finds Gabriel down the paint. Turns it over. Ahmad finds, oh baby! Throws it down with no regard. Ismael Romero. And again, he flexes the guns. Well, the veteran player, there was a defensive play. Thompson Jr. had it, and then one more time. That's good night, Puerto Rico. That is for you. Buenas noches. Romero time. He has delivered. The Puerto Rican mailman delivering on cue here. Could that be the victory? We will find out momentarily. Timeout to South Sudan.
Yeah, huge play there from Thompson Jr. Rotated all the way from the opposite corner there to get the steal.
The ball is taken out here. This is Peter going to the corner. I want you to shoot that through here. The ball is taken out. Do it again. Screen, he goes over there. He was going through right there. The ball is coming off. Hey, get the ball in, get the ball in, get the ball in. And win on three, 1, 2, 3.
South Sudan will get one possession here to win this game. Puerto Rico just need one stop. Puerto Rico don't want to foul South Sudan because it will send them to the free throw line. And he's arguably been the best player so far for the South Sudanese players. But what do you say, Coach? Who's getting the last shot?
Well, I think there's no question they want the ball in Carly Jones' hands. I think it'll be interesting. They've got Peter Jacques back in the game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. Do they go back to that Spanish pick and roll action that they've liked before, trying to use Peter Jacques there, you know, coming off of that, or maybe even setting an initial screen for Jones before they get into the pick and roll?
Well, they've advanced the ball to half court, so it's going to be 14 seconds on the shot clock. So now 2.1 between game and shot clock. This will be interesting. Puerto Rico just need one stop. South Sudan just need one bucket. Well, they got to get the ball inbound. 5-second violation. And again, they turn it over. And this is what you talked about, Coach. Inexperience right now up against 14 times representing in the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah, they need to regroup quickly. This game is not over. You know, whether it's a quick foul here, I think there's time to get a trap. You know, that would be what I would be thinking. Try to get one trap first, not letting Waters catch the ball. But they have to move on to the next play as quickly as possible here.
Well, Nelson Colon taking off Ismael Romero, putting every single great free throw shooter on the floor because he knows that's what's going to happen. They're going to get fouled right away. I think a timeout was called, but I think Nelson Colon doesn't want to allow South Sudan to get set on defense. But yeah, no, they have. They called this one. Oh, what a dramatic change. South Sudan have led through the entirety of the game. Now find themselves down by one and have to get something defensively. But the tables have turned.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest thing is just your mentality right now. You know, you've had such a tough final minute up until this point. You can't let that distract you from the task at hand. It's still just a 1-point game. So even with a foul, it's a 1-possession game. So they got to regroup, find a way here to force a turnover or foul the shooter that they want, and then have that play ready for the other side of the game.
Like this. Like this. Okay? Howard. Here. Steve. George. Sit down. George. Sit down, Howard.
Well, big moment coming up in this game.
Steve. George. Shaka Howard. Two. Come on. Relax. Hey, finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it, y'all.
Well, those Puerto Rican players, resilience, collective nature, the brotherhood of them, having trailed by 12 points, but found themselves back in it. Now they just need to get the ball inbound. Negative advance this one as well. Now, if they advances, it should be still 14 seconds on the shot clock, I believe.
It should, and that's an interesting decision. You know, probably leaving 2 seconds, not quite enough to not foul in that instance. So I think that's why he's going with it. But it definitely comes into play now whether or not you'd want to foul.
Well, the officials now just trying to, not quite sure what to discuss, but again, what a great occasion it is. I mean, we almost have an incapacity in this arena right now.
Yeah, and they're getting a treat here. You know, the last minutes of this game, seeing the experience of Puerto Rico shine, and, you know, a little bit of that inexperience for South Sudan biting them.
I think we're now ready to go here as the referees have sorted it out. So it'll be Thompson Jr. who inbounds this one, Pinheiro, excuse me. Well, it's been a great introduction for him so far after playing a season with LeBron James and the LA Lakers, but now, more than ever, you know, it's not only about going for a steal, but they have to be careful that if they commit that foul, they don't commit an unsportsmanlike foul.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things to consider here. So, do you want to trap first before the foul? There's still quite a bit of time here. You know, secondly, there's 2.1 second differential. Now that's cutting it close if you allow them to shoot, but that could be in consideration as well.
I think there was a mix-up in substitutions because it wasn't in possession. They weren't allowed to make the change during the timeout, so that's why the officials had to sort out who was on the floor. So John Holland has come back in the game. But Pinheiro will inbound this one. South Sudan trying to get a trap here. They find Waters. There's the foul. Waters has missed one free throw so far tonight. Right now, you just got to step up and make them.
Yeah, that was a dangerous location. You know, had South Sudan had the game plan of trapping, that would have been a tough area there for Waters on that catch.
Jamal Waters plays university basketball at LSU. Spent some time in the NBA, of course. Actually from Connecticut. A big opportunity for him. All he's got to do is make them both. Still a one possession game, but make them both. South Sudan would have to go for a three-pointer. Makes the first one.
And time and score are really important here. South Sudan has to be aware of what they want to do if he does miss or if it is a make.
If he does miss this, he's going to go for a rebound. We've got George Condon, Ismael Romero. Looks like Shayok is going to double box out Condon, so if it does fall into the hands again of Jamal Waters, that could be a problem for South Sudan. Makes them both.
And now what does Puerto Rico do here? You know, if I'm them, I'm thinking about fouling, not giving them an opportunity to even get a three off.
Jones goes for a three. Got it! Big time shot! Dr. Jones delivering big time for South Sudan. But Puerto Rico have time. Jamal Waters, one shot, fades away. Hail Mary doesn't get it. We are going into overtime. Coach, fast, no, they called a foul. A foul has been called. So Puerto Rico are going to get 2 free throws. Now, Locatelli is going to talk this over. Locatelli will have 1 word. Yep, the foul's been called.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, we'd have to see the replay.
They're going to review this.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at this. But you know, any game that ends with a call is always tough.
We need a light. No, go to the light. Go to the light first.
What's there a foul there?
No, the light.
Shot came for Tremont Waters.
The light.
Thompson Jr., no contact there. Maybe there. Well,
Okay.
it's possible.
Hold on, Dina. Light off light. The contact. What? Yeah, I know. It's here. Okay. Which contact?
Go ahead. The contact is now.
We know.
Go ahead.
Which contact is from?
0. Now is the contact. 0.3.
Okay.
Let's go.
0.3, 40.
So it looks like they're going to go with a foul. So the foul has been given. So 2 free throws will be coming up. Now it's going to be Ismael Romero.
Okay. 0.3 on the clock.
The problem for South Sudan, they don't have any timeouts to give.
Let's go, guys. On the clock.
Yeah, well, you know, Romero 0 for 2 from the line so far in the game. If I'm South Sudan, I'm thinking if I can find a way to get a cheap foul on this end, you know, maybe try and exaggerate something, get something on a illegal blockout, something along those lines. But to your point, without the timeout to advance, if he makes one of these, it's going to be hard to come up with anything.
Well, if he makes the first one, I would just miss the second one on purpose, because at that point, there's no time left to get anything. Big free throw. Doesn't get it. Well, Romero's got to hold his nerve here. He can win the game with this free throw. All he's got to do is make it. South Sudan fans trying to put him off. Can he be a hero? Missed them both. Well, as the great Rasheed Wallace would say, the bull don't lie. And you got to feel for Ismael Romero because he's one hell of a professional, but we have got OT.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as you said, you'd hate to see the game end on an official's call. So, you know, great opportunity for both teams. South Sudan especially, a little bit rattled there in the last minute of that game. But opportunity to regroup, come out with a little bit more composure here in overtime.
Well, definitely a tough play, but again, we're going to show you as we head into overtime. I don't think we're ready for overtime right now.
Well, I mean, there's so much to digest from that last minute. So, you know, obviously South Sudan, 2 big plays to allow Puerto Rico to seemingly have control of the game. But then on the other side, Puerto Rico choosing not to foul. Carlik Jones here, able to come off that screen and pull up with a pretty clean look from 3.
That was a big time three-point that gave South Sudan the hope to stay in this game. Although their hopes were crushed moments later when they thought they would give 2 free throws to win the game. Ismael Romero, one hell of a professional, unable to make 1 of the 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that's a tough position for any player to be put in. Obviously, shooting not one of Romero's strengths.
George! Man! Mira! Set me down here to Steve! Steve received the ball! Steve received the ball! You go to the basket and you go here. La tiene Steve. Okay? Aquí está Ismael que hizo Martina. George, Tremont, B. Same time. Last beat.
Well, this is where heroes are made. Kings of Africa. My word, if they made a name for themselves. They have been the talking point of all international basketball. The progression of this team has been so quickly in the last few years. I mean, really, it started with qualifying for the AfroBasket and the great performance they had there. There were no expectations, but once they jumped into the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, I mean, it almost seemed like nobody wanted to play against South Sudan.
Yeah, there's no question. And you know, for a lot of our viewers, probably like not understanding the history of South Sudan, you know, as short as 6 years ago, South Sudan wasn't even making it to the final round of African qualification. So this is a huge step forward in a very small amount of time.
Well, the urban legend in basketball always says the first team who scores in overtime usually wins. Waters now. Deep three is up, can't get it. Big rebound by Wenyan Gabriel. They have numbers here. Jones is going to slow this one down. Remember, the foul count will stay the same. Go back to 0 here in overtime. Jones now hesitates, goes in, doesn't get it. Really big there for both these two teams, but again, unable to capitalize. At some point, somebody needs to have a big play. Conde goes baseline, pump fakes, goes up, gets the ad one, and he'll go to the free throw line.
That's a big finish there from Conde. It's something that had been lacking earlier. There'd been a lot of drop-offs to him where he wasn't able, but when it mattered most, coming up big here.
That's going to be the second personal one against Wenyan Gabriel. Only foul trouble that South Sudan has is Sunday Detch, but he's on the bench right now. Conde has a chance here to make this a three-point play. Here's a little pump fake there, getting Gabriel off the ground. Convert this free throw. Puerto Rico, the free throws have wanted him so far. No problem on that one. Well, South Sudan needs something. Confidence can easily be gained and easily be lost here in overtime. Find the three right away, doesn't go for it. Gabriel gets the rebound. And turns it over. Well, sloppy turn, but now Puerto Rico can run with this one. Well, deep three in the corner is up. Three is good, and now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, great transition there, finding the corner three for Thompson.
Well, they need a response to this play. Rudy Mott tries a three. He puts it up. Way off the mark. Can't get it. Pinheiro secures it. And a foul is going to be committed. I think the Puerto Rican players aren't going to argue with it. That should be unsportsmanlike. They're just happy that they're going back to the free throw line.
And this is the composure part we've been talking about. So, you know, a little early rush shot there from South Sudan. Need to go back to putting the ball in Carleif Jones's hands, whether it's middle pick and roll or that guard-to-guard set that they liked, that they ran earlier, and live with his decision-making here.
Well, this is going to be huge free throws coming up for Thompson to make this an 8-point ball game. It's almost like the game we watched yesterday between the Philippines and Dominican Republic. Back-to-back three-pointers just completely flipped the switch.
And again, composure from South Sudan. There's still a lot of time left in this game. Not feeling the pressure to rush shots. Make sure you've got the right people taking the right shots.
George Condon stepped up to the free throw line on the first and one. Made it a 3-point ball game. Now can Thompson Jr. deliver here? Free throws have been a bit of an issue in this game so far for Puerto Rico. Yeah, misses. And every missed free throw attempt just gives a little bit of hope for these South Sudanese players. 3:27, still a lot of time left. Makes the second one now. 7-point ball game to Puerto Rico. And South Sudan get the first field goal here in OT. Jones wide open. We'll take that one right away. Jones going to the basket, goes up towards the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. And the referee did say it was a passing foul, but nonetheless, it's going to be 2 free throws because South Sudan are in the penalty.
His third foul.
body check almost.
Yeah, clearly hitting the body there, but that's what you want if you're South Sudan. Get the ball in Carlik Jones's hands down the stretch. You're going to live with his decision-making out of middle, pick and roll. You know, let everybody else be secondary players playing off of that.
Pinheiro looking very composed. He's had a very frustrating evening here tonight against South Sudan. At the moment, should be 3 minutes and 13 seconds away from getting their first victory. Jones has to make these free throws. Missed the first one. The pressure just getting to him. It was Jones that made the three-pointer that tied the game up before Ismael Romero missed the 2 free throws to ice off the game. Makes the second one now. 6-point deficit. Gabriel is coming back in. So it's interesting now. They're taking off Nooney Amott. Keeping on Dang as the power forward. So Shayak, Sunday Detch, and Jones currently in the backcourt for South Sudan.
And I'm wondering if they've got some full court trapping or pressure here. That's the reason for the substitution. And sure enough, you see them in a 2-2-1 here.
There's the reach in. It's going to go out of bounds. I've got liked about Pinheiro since, you know, covering him, playing for Dara Shafka. He's not the most emotional person, so he doesn't always overreact when he doesn't get his way.
16 seconds.
Yeah, Pinheiro, somebody unfortunately I've had to coach against several times. Just the epitome of solid.
Should have come over to steal there. Goes in the lane, doesn't get it. Romero the offensive board. Thompson, another deep three. In and out, can't get it. South Sudan just can't get an offensive rebound. Oh, how many times they scrambled on that possession? Puerto Rico surviving. Waters Thompson, can he go for another one? And again, he gets it. And that's a big-time three-pointer. And that makes it a 9-point ball game.
Yeah, Jones coming off that corner a little too much there.
It's going to be cool on the ground, but Jones will go back to the charity stripe. 2:30 to go.
Foul on number 11, Stephen Thompson Jr.
Well, he has delivered big here in OT. 2 3-pointers from Thompson Jr.
Yeah, and let's not forget, too, his contributions in the last 2 minutes of regulation. So the big steal and the drop-off being a key play in that moment.
Jones was only 1 for 2 from the charity stripe in his last journey. Takes the first one.
I expect South Sudan to be back in that 2-2-1 full court press here. See if they can force a turnover on a sideline trap.
South Sudanese fans touching on very nervously at the moment. Makes this one can become a 7-point ball game. Makes them both. South Sudan going into that full court pressure, as you mentioned, Coach. Can they force a turnover? Pinheiro. Look for an opening. Down the lane, goes up, but Pinheiro turns it over yet again. A few times it's happened here tonight. And I think South Sudan will be happy every time he has the ball in his hands.
And you see South Sudan going offense for defense here. Peter Jacques coming back in the game.
There is the great Luol Deng, former Duke University Blue Devil, also played for the Chicago Bulls. 2:17 to go. South Sudan definitely needs something here. 2 points will cut it down to a 5-point ball game, but a 3-pointer. There's the 3 from Jock. The 3 is up, the 3 is no good. Puerto Rico now have momentum, control. Moving down the middle. Just turning it over. It's out here. For Puerto Rico, using his matchup in 24 seconds. There's only 6 of them left now. Pinheiro 3 in the corner. Big 3 is up. Doesn't get it. South Sudan come up with it now. Just over 90 seconds left. We've got to get something here. Shyok down the lane. Pump fakes goes up. No foul calls. Oh, great job by Tremont Waters, saving it from going out of bounds. And Puerto Rico, the light is very visible at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, surprised not to see South Sudan back in that full court pressure. I guess you see them moving up now, but they're going to need to force some kind of turnover here. I think it's going to be hard for them to play a full 24 seconds here and hope for the stop.
Well, definitely, as you can see, growing pains. You see the learning curve, your first game in the FIBA World Cup. Mitch has 4 fouls. He gets up another one. He's going to be fouled out. Waters down the lane. On Thompson, 2 threes in overtime. Doesn't get it. But again, another offensive rebound. Down the lane now. Foul has been finally called. Definitely 3-pointers from Puerto Rico. So many loose balls and second chances going in their favor. Really has sealed this game for them.
Yeah, offensive rebounds really bit South Sudan here in overtime. They still have to remain poised. You know, we saw the crazy finish at the last minute in regulation. You never know what can happen. So whatever the next play is, move your focus to that.
Shooting 2, Stephen Thompson Jr.
Thompson Jr. has been force for the Puerto Ricans. But this is the free throw. Puerto Rico seems like they're flirting with a comeback here from South Sudan. Every missed free throw they go with. You never say never in international basketball. If you don't make your free throws, you're just inviting them a chance to get back in. By Mr. Both. South Sudan needs something here. They got to be quick. We're under a minute to go. Trailed by 7. Jones crossing over. Jones going to the lane all the way to the bucket. Now it's a 5-point ball game. So Howard coming into the game. A substitution.
South Sudan. Substitution for Team Puerto Rico.
Well, that's a tough play there by Jones. 32 points in the game. He has just been terrific.
Yeah, he's delivered. And the substitution, though, allows South Sudan to pick up full court. Look for a trap here. Don't foul right away.
There's the quick foul against Howard. Right off the bench, but he's a very good shooter.
Holding foul on number 11.
All he's got to do is make these free throws.
I don't think that's what Coach Ivey wanted there. You know, you want to see if you can force a turnover. Use a little bit of that clock initially for the turnover. Then if you don't get it, maybe after 8-10 seconds, you can look to foul.
Jordan Howard.
Well, Thompson Jr. could have sealed the deal. Howard makes the free throw. They'll definitely look back in this game and think they could have won this for sure, but it gets tougher, of course. Makes a boat. Romero coming back into the game for Howard. And that's a smart choice there by Colon, putting him in just in case, you know, you have as many free throw shooters on the court.
Yeah, not just the free throw shooting, but the ball handling as well.
Jones now spin the defense. Goes up for 3. Puts this one up. Can't get it. South Sudan come over the rebound again. He's going to be committed. So 2 free throws coming up for South Sudan.
Foul on number 15, Tremont Waters. That is 3rd personal.
Well, you gotta like that what Jones is trying to do. Do that in the playoffs behind him. So go for a quick 3-pointer, maybe get that 4-point play. But
for Team South Sudan.
Yeah, definitely. And you want him making these decisions down the stretch anyway. So whether that's the quick pull of 3 or trying to draw the foul, the ball's got to stay in his hands here.
2 shots for Macho Dang.
But Dang has to make both. When the 38.9 seconds left, they have to get stops. Makes the first one.
Again, expect that full court pressure. I think a little more patience to see if you can get a trap first before fouling right away.
I think this one is back to a 5-point game, but it's going to have to deal with the pressure. Makes it both. Again, Nelson Colon bringing Howard back in for Romero. Offense for defense. Gotta go for a trap now. Could have fouled Thompson Jr. because he missed 2 free throws, but now they found a very good shooter. So Tremont Waters will step up to the charity stripe.
Yeah, I think even Pinheiro, when he came in there on the middle flash, was probably the guy that you would want. And that's how you want to do it. You know, you want to be trapping initially, especially with Howard and Waters being the primary ball handlers. If you don't get the steal out of that trap, though, then you need to foul right away.
Well, Waters made his last 2 free throw shots.
Shooting 2,
All he's got to do is make these ones. No problem on the first one. Remember, 5 3-pointers in the first half. Hasn't made one here so far. These free throws have been crucial.
Wait for the release, please.
Makes a boat. South Sudan's got to be quick here. They got to get the ball up the court. Stepping back over the 3-pointer now. Medium mark, the pick and pop is up 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Peter Joffrey. He puts this one back from 17.2 seconds. Howard again coming in for Ismael Romero.
And I think their pressure needs to be extended up. It's a little too passive in the 2-2-1. You know, I'd like to again see one more trap there. I know they're starting to run out of time, but they need a turnover at some point.
Holding foul on number 13.
Euro will go to the free throw line with 15.9 seconds left. They have the 5-point lead.
Substitution for Team Puerto Rico.
This is probably the longest end to any overtime we've probably seen. The changes coming in the subs, obviously.
For Isaiah Pinheiro.
Well, he's been fantastic, Romero, because he made the big play, the dunk in transition that gave him the lead as just gets the roll. Barry Shafter, player in Turkey. Just telling the referee to wipe the ball off.
Yeah, and this really a huge free throw. If they can make it, 3-possession game, I think with this amount of time, it's going to be pretty hard.
Makes them both. Well, South Sudan's got to be quick. But it very much looks like Puerto Rico will take the victory here. Jones pulls up, deep 3. Now it's a 4-point ball game. That's as big as it gets, of course. South Sudan continue to battle no matter what. But they're going to have to foul again. Puerto Rico's been good from the free throw line so far.
And I like this better, full court man denial. They just needed something a little more aggressive, a little more up the line to force that quick turnover.
Well, Howard going back to the free throw line. They've been 6 for 6 so far in their last 3 trips. And again, that is why free throws are so important. You just make your free throws. In a case like this, you get yourself the victory. Those players, of course, so proud to represent their country. Takes the first. Makes them both.
Substitution for Puerto Rico.
6-point ball game. You got to think they got to go for a 3-pointer now to try and cut it down to a 3-point ball game and hope that if they can come up with a steal or foul South Sudan, foul Puerto Rico, at that point would have to be 2 missed free throws. But they got to be quick now. Nowhere to go for Shayok. But foul's been pulled, so 3 free throws coming up here. This is interesting.
Well, it shows the importance of the last free throw made. Had it been a 5-point game, you get the 2 free throws, intentionally miss that last one, you never know what can happen. Even in this scenario with it being the 2 possessions, I think he needs to make all 3. Then you pick up full and hope that you can get a steal off the inbound.
3 free
Makes 3 of these, he would cut it down to potentially a 1-possession game. Then And as you said, they would have to get a steal or a quick foul. And a glimmer of hope that free throws will be missed. Makes the first one. We're seeing some of the Chinese players step into the building. Sasha Djordjevic just looking. Now it is a 4-point ball game. Even the Puerto Rican players, they can't even look on right now. One thing you'll notice about him as a coach, he will go and battle right to the end with his players. "38 points for Dr. Jones." So now it's got to be a quick foul or a steal. Hopefully a steal, then you get a three-point shot off. Without Pinheiro, say Jones had hands all over him.
Foul on number 2, Carly Jones.
Now, sorry to cut you off here, but again, for international or fans watching all over, why is it dangerous when you're holding on to a player in the last 2 minutes?
Well, absolutely. You know, if he's called for that foul before the ball is inbounded, then that's going to be one free throw plus the ball. You know, Pinheiro doing a great job, though, using his size and physicality to hold on top there.
Makes it there, and that could be officially good night. Because with 2.5, the inevitable, and that is why Pinheiro, an international player, well, it's going to be a huge win here for Puerto Rico. Well, to all of the fans back in Puerto Rico, we'd like to thank you for joining us at the end of this one. Puerto Rico win 101-96 against South Sudan in their opening game of Group B here at the 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup. Well, it was a phenomenal game. In the end, it will be the Puerto Ricans who take the victory. They can celebrate. They can have a fiesta here tonight. Oh, great game, Coach.
Yeah, unbelievable game. You know, we had a feeling coming into it, two evenly matched teams. Both teams wanting to play up-tempo, and the score is a reflection of that.
Jamal Waters, phenomenal performance of 5 3-pointers in the first half, but we've got to talk about Carly Jones. 38 points, 11 assists. I don't think it gets any better than that.
Yeah, what a World Cup debut for him. You know he's going to have the ball in his hands quite a bit, have to handle that scoring load, and he really delivered today.
Well, those players, they came here, they performed well, but again, experience paid off. More games to come. They still have to play China. Well, both of these teams have to play China, and they have to play Serbia too. You know, South Sudan would have set their expectations high. Look, we know we're up against a great team such as Serbia, Puerto Rico, China. But why not us? Why not now? But now they got to think about, well, now we have